In this video, we are going to be discussing my first time ever having to use an insurance company or take out an insurance claim on a property that I own. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am John. Today, we're going to be talking about a roof that I had to have fixed. This roof was bad, shingles were missing, and we just had a really bad storm come here through St. Louis, and it was the first time that it started to leak into the home. And this is my first time. I've worked with clients to where we would have a contractor find a storm and get the insurance company involved, but this is the first time that I ever had to do it for my own property. So I wanted to share my experience with my insurance company as well as with the contractor with you all. So the contractor, he was a referral from a lady who lives across the street from me. She used him in order to put her roof on. So I reached out to him and had them come out and give an estimate. Everything was pretty normal. You know, a contractor would come and walk the property. He didn't give an exact estimate right off the bat. I believe that he was waiting to see what the insurance company would pay, because he was letting me know, he was asking if I just wanted a flat out rate of what they would charge, or what it would be if the insurance were to cover the roof repair or cover some of it. So I did want to get the insurance company involved. So how that went was I reached out to them. Well, the contractor found a storm that I would be able to use to tell the insurance company that I would like to make a claim. So I reached out to my insurance company with the storm date, and they may wanted to know the contractor's name. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I reached out to them basically to just file a claim. And what they do is they're going to send out one of their adjusters. And when they send out their adjuster, you want your roofer or your contractor there as well, so that the roofer can show them everything that they're seeing and making sure that they're both on the same page. So they did that. The adjuster and the roofer, they went up to the roof and looked at everything. And long story short is that the insurance will not cover the entire roof repair, because a lot of the damage and how old the roof was, it took place before the storm. So I got about maybe $6,000 something, $7,000 that the insurance company covered, and then I was responsible for the rest. My total price for this roof was around $12K. The initial bid was around $11,000 or something, but when they go up there, especially on a roof that hasn't been changed out for 20 years, they're going to find bad wood. So they had to cut out some bad wood and put some new wood in there, so that bumps your price up a little bit. So always maybe put like a 10% cushion aside if you're going to get a roof job done. Even the ones that we've done for clients, they always come back that they found bad wood, and that price is not included in the initial bid that they give you, but they are looking for payment right there at the end of the roof job. So I finally get the number from the roofing contractor, and it's like $15,000 or whatnot. And it's way more than what I had in mind to pay for the roof. So I'm letting him know this isn't gonna work. I can't afford to overpay for this roof. But this is another part of the process that you guys will wanna keep in mind. They'll often have you sign, a contractor sign an agreement that once they start to negotiate and call the insurance company, that you have to go with them. You can't go with anyone else. And who knows, it's up to the company's discretion if you did decide to go with someone else, if they will pursue you or not. I didn't want that. But when they sent me over that overpriced estimate, I let them know that this isn't gonna work. I would do better with paying you guys whatever percentage that they said you will owe them, and going to hire someone new, as opposed to paying the whole 15 grand for the roof. So he said, let me go back and work my numbers. That number is more of a number when we're working with the insurance company. So of course, if the insurance is gonna pay it, that's what they're going to charge. I let them know the insurance company is not paying all of that, so the rest is coming out of my pocket, and I don't want to overpay. And he understood. He was really cool. He wanted to keep the job, keep me as a client. I was shook a little bit about the integrity, but they end up coming through. I can see how they're trying to maximize their profits, but if I wouldn't have said anything, I'm sure they would have slid my credit card for 15 grand. But just keep that in mind. So when you get that price back, I would always negotiate, see if there's any flexibility, see if they can work with you, see if that's the best that they can do. Let them know where their competitors are. That was the other thing. I let him know where his competitors are. And that's why I can afford to pay you guys whatever I would owe to pay you guys out for your work, your negotiations, your emails back and forth, and move on to someone else. And even after that, they pay close attention to the wording, because he said it's not just that percentage, but it's the entire settlement amount. So the cost of the roof. So that's where he lost me as well. I definitely was not getting ready to pay you like the full price of a roof if you guys aren't going to do it. I will pay you what I agreed to on the paperwork. If I pull out, if I don't keep my word, then I'll pay you whatever portion. Maybe it's a 25% fee or penalty or something like that. But I'm not going to pay 100% of the roof cost just for you going back and forth on some emails, back and forth on some calls, back and forth on some a couple property visits. And I'm not saying that to minimize that work, because I know about overhead, admin, sending team members out. But I do know that it does not amount to the full cost of a roof and to the actual inflated cost of the roof. Because remember, we went from $15,000 to around $11,000 was the price that we settled on. So that was a process. We got it to 11, and I sent them over their deposit so that they can get started, a 50% deposit, and it took them about 2 days. They went up there. I'm pretty sure they subbed the work out. They went up there and they ripped off all of the shingles, ripped out the slate, cut out some bad wood. The house was the roof was looking naked. You know, you can see holes inside of my actual home. It was actually pretty cool to see. And so they got that done in one day, and then the next day they threw the roof on, cleaned up, and they were up out of there. So I just wanted to share that experience with you in case you have to go through the same thing, or in case you're looking to make an insurance claim on your property. You know, definitely leverage your insurance company. That's what they're there for. Also, keep a close eye on your contractors and their integrity, and not to say that maybe you're questioning their integrity, but make sure that you are comprehending every move that they're making, that you're right there with them. So, because even for me, I work in the real estate space, and it was a learning lesson, because it's not very often that I'm doing roofing jobs. Ours is more interior, more carpentry, more things like that. Back when we were doing more flips, then we may get a roof job every now and then. But for the most part with these rentals, we don't do anything to the roof when we get them, unless something like absolutely has to be done. So that's it. That's it in a nutshell. If you enjoyed content like this, please don't forget to subscribe to my page. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, so help me out. And every week is my goal for one of these videos. So I'll see you guys next week.